everyone? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a grocery haul / meal plan for the week for 2 people. In today's video, I'm going to take you shopping at Aldi with me, and I'll show you how me and my boyfriend shop and plan our meals for the week. We split our groceries. All the groceries in today's video came out to a total of $65, and divided between 2 people, it comes to like $32.50 each for all the meals and food you're gonna see in this video. I originally wanted to make this like a budget video, but then I went a little over budget. So yeah, still not a bad price, $32.50 a person. I still think that's pretty good. So first I'm gonna take you grocery shopping with me at Aldi, and I'm gonna show you all the supplies we're gonna need. And then in the second half of this video, I'm gonna show you all of the recipes and meals that we make with all the groceries. So if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and give this video a big thumbs up. I post lots of vegan grocery hauls and meal preps. First, let's head over to Aldi and I'll take you guys grocery shopping with me, show you everything that we need for this week's recipes. So let's get started. I also want to say that when I go grocery shopping, I don't really go in with a list. Like, I know like some things that we normally need, but I kind of just go and see what is on sale at Aldi because they have some really great deals. And yeah, I just stock up on a lot of veggies, and then throughout the week I try and figure out ways to make them in different recipes. And then for breakfast and lunch, we pretty much eat the same thing every day. We eat toast for breakfast and like a salad for lunch. We normally make like a huge amount of food for dinner, and then we save the leftovers for the next day, and then we just like do that all throughout the week. So yeah, that's how I plan out my weeks. Enjoy this video. I will take you guys with me to Aldi. So when I go grocery shopping, I always start in the produce section. I like to start out with a ton of fresh fruits and veggies, and at Aldi, they always have certain things on sale each week, so I just grab whatever produce is on sale, especially if I'm trying to stick to a budget. So as you can see, these cherry tomatoes were on sale for 99 cents, and the carrots were on sale for 98 cents, so I grabbed 2 of those because I like to use those in a lot of recipes. Cauliflower is really versatile and can be used in a lot of different recipes, so I grabbed one of those. It was $1.92, which is a pretty good price. I've seen this asparagus on sale at Aldi for a few weeks now. It is 95 cents, so I grabbed one of those. I got this package of 3 zucchinis for $2.18. I prefer to buy my greens from the farmer's market, but at Aldi, this is all they have. So I got one of these bags of kale for $2.88, and I put this in salads mostly. And I also got 1 bag of spinach. I grabbed one of these bags of Brussels sprouts because they were on sale for $1.45. I also grabbed 1 package of mushrooms for $2.02. I should have bought 2 because I use mushrooms in a lot of recipes. I eat a salad every single day, so I wanted to grab some lettuce. So I grabbed one of those for $2.77. I buy these mini avocados every single time I go to Aldi. They are only $2 for 6 avocados. I just think that's such a good price. I picked up these tomatoes for $2.59. I also grabbed some bananas. My boyfriend eats a banana every single day. Okay, this was the best deal of the day. I found this 10-pound bag of potatoes for 99 cents, and I just could not pass that up. I don't eat a lot of potatoes, but I just thought that was such a good deal, I had to grab these. I also picked up this 3-pound bag of onions. I use onions in all my cooking, basically. I always buy these cuties. I eat them either for breakfast or as a snack. I use raw nuts to make dressings and dips, so I grabbed this bag of raw cashews, walnuts, and macadamia nuts, and this was one of the more expensive items. This was $4.99. Me and my boyfriend eat toast every single morning for breakfast. Bread is not something I like to cheap out on. I try and buy like one of the healthier breads, so I got this super seed bread for $3.49. I lost the footage of this, but I like to buy these chips. They are the multi-grain ones. Next, I picked up some garlic and this 1-pound bag of quinoa. I picked up 1 bag of this brown rice gluten-free pasta, but they have cheaper pasta for like 99 cents. You don't have to get the expensive one. I just like this one. I like to stock up on canned beans from Aldi because they are only 47 cents. And between my boyfriend and I, we eat a lot of beans. So I grabbed 2 of these canned black beans and 5 chickpeas. Me and my boyfriend eat chickpeas like every day for lunch in our salad. And then I also grabbed 2 of these white kidney beans. I like to use these in recipes and soups and stuff. Next, I bought one of these enchilada sauces to use in a soup I'm gonna make. I love buying these diced tomatoes with green chilies. I think they work so well in soups. Next, I picked up a bag of vegan mozzarella shreds. Next, I got 4 boxes of this tofu. Me and my boyfriend eat a lot of tofu along with the beans. It's like one of our main protein sources. I got this oat milk for $2.99. We use this in our coffee and in soups. Lastly, I got some frozen veggies. I got this bag of broccoli for 89 cents and this organic frozen corn. I'm gonna head home and unpack all my groceries. For the rest of this video, I'm gonna show you all the recipes that I make with all of these groceries, and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight. I was planning on making vegetable tortilla soup or potato chowder. Don't those both sound amazing? I still am not over this 99-cent bag of potatoes. This is 10 pounds of potatoes for 99 cents. Isn't that insane? The deals today were off the charts. I think I'm gonna make enchilada soup for dinner tonight in the Instant Pot just because it'll be really easy and like minimal chopping. So I'll show you guys how I make it. Here's how I'm gonna make my vegan enchilada soup. I have my Instant Pot heating up. It is burning a little bit. I'm gonna add in 1 onion. And I always saute my veggies in water. Helps save money without like using oil. So I'm only gonna use half of the container of mushrooms that I bought so I can save the other half for another recipe. 4 ounces of sliced mushrooms, 2 cloves of garlic, minced. And I just keep splashing in water so it doesn't burn on the bottom. 1 of the zucchinis. So this is the enchilada sauce I bought from Aldi. So I'm gonna add in half of this and save the other half for something else. Give it a stir because it kind of settles to the bottom. I'm gonna add in like a cup of this frozen corn. I like to buy organic corn. I'm gonna add in like a cup, 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chili. Drain and rinse off these black beans and then add them in. Adding in the 2 cans of black beans. Next, I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, a sprinkle of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of chili powder. I'm also gonna add in some of this chickenless seasoning salt, but if you don't have this, you can just like leave it out or add like vegetable bouillon. Another cup of water. I'm gonna add in this other can of diced tomatoes. I just thought it needed a little bit more color, so I cut up 2 carrots. Since we bought 4 pounds of carrots, I figured I would use some. And I diced them up really small so that they cook faster. I'm also gonna add in some more corn. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm gonna pressure cook it for like 5 minutes. Let's do 4 minutes and then I'll do like a 10-minute natural release. Actually, let's do 3 minutes. So here is my finished soup. It honestly tastes so bomb. And I'm gonna top it off with some of the vegan cheese I bought and some tortilla chips that I bought. So here's what's left over for my soups. So like I said in the intro, we usually have toast for breakfast. Here I am just making some avocado toast. And I either eat this for breakfast or I'll just eat some fruit. I don't really have that big of an appetite in the morning. Okay, I'm probably like the only person that doesn't like a lot of avocado on my avocado toast. I do like just a thin layer. I don't know, too much avocado makes me like, it's so squishy. I used some of this everything but the bagel seasoning. And this is what my boyfriend Colin makes for breakfast every single morning. He eats this peanut butter banana toast. But I didn't buy the peanut butter from Aldi. We get the giant 32-ounce jars from Whole Foods. So here is the salad I eat pretty much every single day. It has some romaine, some of the kale, avocado, a handful of cherry tomatoes, and a half a can of chickpeas. And I'm also gonna put some onion on here, and I am meal prepping some tofu. I like to bake some tofu to put on top of my salad, so I'll show you what that looks like once it's done. Okay, so for the tofu, I kept it really simple, and I'm using this store-bought soyaki sauce from Trader Joe's. It's just like a teriyaki sauce, and it tastes really good. I just cut up the tofu in little pieces after I pressed it for like 30 minutes, and then I let it marinate in the soyaki sauce for like 10 minutes. And then I baked it at 400 degrees for 30 minutes, and I flipped it over halfway. And this is how it came out. Me and my boyfriend just like to eat this on our salads or with some of the quinoa that we got. And it's just really easy to have it meal prepped in the fridge. I'm gonna make a cashew dressing to use throughout the week on our salads. This is one of me and my boyfriend's favorite dressings. I have 1 cup of these raw cashews. I'm gonna use a cup, probably more, of this oat milk, some apple cider vinegar, some agave, salt, and some garlic. And I like to eat my salads out of this pot. We have a limited amount of like big mixing bowls, and why buy another mixing bowl when this works perfectly as a mixing bowl? So good. And for my boyfriend's lunches, he either makes the same salad or he eats the leftovers from dinner the night before, because we usually have a lot. Okay, so for today's dinner, I'm gonna be making cauliflower, potato, white bean chowder. What inspired this recipe was the 10 pounds of potatoes that I got. I also wanted to add a little bit more veggies in it by adding the cauliflower. And the white beans are gonna give us some protein, because otherwise it would just be like straight carb soup. So I have my Instant Pot heated up here. You can make this on the stovetop. I'm gonna add in 1 onion diced. And I'm just gonna let that cook down for a minute. So I'm basically gonna put everything else in the Instant Pot and then pressure cook it. So here I have 4 cloves of garlic, 2 sprigs of celery. You don't really need the celery if you don't feel like buying it. 2 carrots. This is 3 potatoes peeled, a head of cauliflower, 1 can of white beans or cannellini beans, 2 cups of veggie broth. I make my own veggie broth every week. I refuse to buy veggie broth anymore because it's basically free to make your own veggie broth with all of your veggie scraps. I'm gonna add 2 more cups of water. Next I'm adding in 1.5 teaspoons of thyme, a half of a teaspoon to a teaspoon of salt, depending on how much sodium you want in it. Next I'm adding some black pepper, 2 bay leaves, and put on the lid, make sure the valve is set to sealing. And I cooked it for 6 minutes, and then I did a natural release at the end. So I'm just gonna take off the lid here, take out the bay leaf. I'm gonna blend up a little bit of the soup to make it creamy. And do you remember our nut mixture that we got from Aldi? I'm gonna add like a 1/4 cup, 1 cup of this oat milk. And next I'm gonna scoop out some of the soup into the Vitamix to blend it up. And this is what it looks like all blended up. Pour this back in. And next I'm gonna add our frozen corn that we bought. Maybe like a cup. There's still like a little bit left in here. I'm gonna add some spinach. Okay, so this is the next meals that I'm gonna make for the next couple days. I'm gonna do roasted veggie pasta with most of the veggies that we got. So these are the tomatoes on the vine, 4 of them, 1 onion, 2 of the zucchinis, frozen broccoli, This was like 80 something cents broccoli, so super affordable. The leftover mushrooms, so like 4 ounces of mushrooms. The asparagus, that was 99 cents. And 4 or 5 cloves of garlic cut up, and I just like sprinkled the garlic all over. And for spices, I used 2 teaspoons of this 21 Salute seasoning. This is just like an all-purpose, no salt seasoning. Then I did 2 more teaspoons of Italian seasoning, about 1/2 teaspoon of salt sprinkled everywhere, and the bottom of the pan has sunflower oil on the bottom of it that I spread out. And I just kind of like tossed the veggies in the oil and the spices. And now I'm gonna bake it in the oven at 400 degrees, and while these are roasting, I'm going to boil the water for the pasta. Oh, and I'm also gonna add in a can of these chickpeas. I might add 2 of them, and this is gonna add a little bit of protein to the dish, and then mix it all together, and I'll show you the finished result. While the pasta's still hot, I'm gonna mix in like 1/2 of a cup of this shredded cheese from Aldi. And I'm just gonna mix that in so it melts. I'm gonna drain out our chickpeas and throw them in there as well. I did a total of 30 minutes on the veggies. I did 20 minutes, flipped them, and then I did another 10 minutes. And this is what it looks like. It is a ton of food, and I'm just gonna mix it all together. You can season it with some more of the Italian seasoning and some more like salt and pepper. But yeah, this is the finished meal. It made so much food, and this would be so good with some homemade vegan Parmesan. We're gonna be eating this for dinner tonight and tomorrow, and we'll probably still have leftovers because it made so much. So this is gonna be my last night of cooking dinners. Tonight we have a sheet pan recipe. I'm a huge fan of sheet pan recipes because you just put it in the oven and forget about it. Over here I have some Brussels sprouts, and I toss these in a bowl with a little bit of oil and some seasonings. Here I have some tofu, which I used all of these seasonings for. I have some sesame oil, soy sauce, maple syrup, sriracha, and on the bottom of the pan I put sunflower oil. And here are some maple soy sauce carrots. Garlic would be really good in this sheet pan, but I just didn't feel like chopping up another thing. I have some quinoa cooking, the quinoa that we bought. So I'm gonna make like a veggie bowl. So I'll show you guys the finished result. Okay, so while we're waiting, I'm gonna make a glaze to go over our tofu and quinoa. So in here is the same marinade that I used on the tofu. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, like 2 tablespoons of maple syrup or more, like a teaspoon of mandarin zest, and the juice of 2 mandarins, and I might use my last one. I only have 1 left. I'm gonna dissolve some cornstarch in here, and then I'm just gonna bring it up to a simmer, and it's gonna make like a thick glazed sauce. Okay, so lastly I added in a couple cloves of garlic. Sorry, my stovetop is really dirty. I'm gonna clean it off after I make this recipe. So I'm just gonna bring this to a simmer for like 5 minutes until it thickens up. Okay, so I ended up doing 30 minutes total, and I didn't flip them, I just kept them in there the whole time. And this is what it looks like. Looks pretty good. The carrots I feel like could go in like a little bit longer, but it's good enough. See my quinoa. I did a full natural release. Looks pretty good. Okay, so here is the finished bowl. It looks so good, honestly. And I'm just gonna top it off with some of this teriyaki orange mandarin sauce. And yeah, that is the finished product. I'm gonna put these in some containers for dinner or lunch for the next day or 2. This is the last meal. This is gonna be meals number 7 and 8. Try this orange sauce on the tofu.
Super good.
Isn't that good? Okay, so this is gonna be our leftovers, and in this Instant Pot, I saved all of my veggie scraps like onion peels, carrot peels, garlic, and some celery, and I am making broth for the week, so that just got started. I'm gonna cook it for an hour. Yeah, that is it for this video. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this gave you some inspo and ideas for your next grocery trip and vegan meal prep. If you want more videos like this, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.